They changed.
Call to order the meeting of the Butler County Salary Board. Anyone sign up for public comment, Lori?
No, Mr. Chairman?
Yes, I did.
For salary board.
Yes.
Okay, Mark, go ahead.
Yes.
Almost lost you there, Mark.
I take a break for a month or so, and okay. I just wanted to talk about some of the positions we're adding. As you guys know, and I've said before, I'm just worried about tax increases. I see we're adding the judicial, I see Judge Dirk right here beside me. They're adding half the position. The sheriff's office, Mike's here, yeah, I think they're doing a great job because they're actually saving us about $40,000 a year, cutting some part-time positions and having a couple full-time positions. I don't remember exactly how that worked out. I'm also worried about the register of wills, that we're having a position there. I don't know if we need these or not. I just know that you keep on adding positions, these add up. They're expensive. They're probably $60,000 a piece minimum. Human services, another one. We seem to be adding positions there all the time. And I know we're cutting one there, but then we're adding one back, but it's a different position. So, I mean, unless we're state mandated to add these things, I wouldn't add them. So, okay, that's it. Thanks, guys.
One comment, Mark, we're not adding a position in Register of Wills, we're changing a position. We already have the second deputy's position, we're changing it here to a part-time from a full-time.
And I'd like to add to that, I'd like to thank Judy Moser for doing that. She's held off on her second deputy, trying to make this transition the best as possible. So I'd like to compliment her on this. This is a true cost savings in Judy Moser's office. I will explain to the public soon enough about the sheriff's. It is not a true cost savings of $40,000. He can gladly tell us how that's going to take effect, but I disagree with that. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Mark, for your comments. Moving on, Lori?
May I ask for the approval of the minutes for the June 10th meeting, please?
I'll make the motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Ben? The minutes have been regularly moved and seconded for approval. Those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Minutes are approved.
Under the judicial, the elimination of a judicial secretary at 1829 with benefits and with retirement, and the creation of a clerk's 1003 at 18485, benefits and with retirement, and the creation of a clerk's 1003 part-time 20 hours from September 17th through December 17th. At 18485, no benefits and no retirement. The President Judge is here to make the motion.
So moved.
Is there a second to the judge's motion?
I'll second.
Those in favor of the motion?
I'd like to comment on this.
Go ahead.
I'd like to thank the courts. They're working on parity here. That's a very hard, it's always a hard challenge in the county to do parity. Tom Holman came to my office, of which he always does, and briefed me on this, and it made a lot of common sense. And this way, the three people that are together, they're transferring this to a union position, which it should be. So I really appreciate your work on it, the court's work on that. Thank you very much.
Those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries.
Thank you. Mr. Holman will be available for any comments. I'm leaving to start his work. Thank you.
You're
Okay.
going to work? That's good.
Under Human Services, the elimination of an internal auditor 1 at 19265 with benefits and with retirement, and under mental health, intellectual disabilities, the creation of an ID specialist at 22742 with benefits and with retirement.
I'll make that one.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Discussion?
I'd like to say this, there again, Ann Brown came to our office, and I really respect Ann, and she came up, told us why they should do this, the work, and this is actually cost neutral. In the end, it's really almost cost neutral, but they felt they'd be better bringing it back in-house. The subcontractor was doing part of this job, the rate's going up, the subcontractor was doing it, so they're bringing it back in-house. So I commend Ann Brown and them for making the initiative. I appreciate that.
Those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The motion carries.
The elimination under Sheriff's Office of 5 deputies, part-time, 1,000 hours at 17,857, no benefits in their retirement effective January 1st of 2016. And 4 deputies, part-time, 19,847, individual benefits and retirement, and creation of 5 deputies full-time, January 1st of 2016 at 19,847 with benefits and with retirement.
This, before I make the motion, this is gonna save from last year's budget, a little over $38,000. We're eliminating 9 positions to create 5, so in all, we're losing 4 positions. So with that, I'd like to make the motion.
Is there a second to the
I'll
motion?
second
Discussion?
Yeah, I'd like to discuss this. Since this is drastically misleading the public that this is 38,000. To believe that, you'd have to believe that the 37 days per year per employee have no cost. Mike Sloop called them soft costs. Let me tell you what, paying out benefits is not a soft cost. If you come up to me and you ask me, or the public, to believe this, you know, this is entirely not true. I'd like to say this, Sheriff Mike Sloop, since taking office 5 years ago, has increased his budget a whopping 41%, or approximately $700,000 increase. $700,000 increase forever. Now you could say, how does Jim Eckstein know that? Well, here is the county audited reports. Here's the capitals, okay? This is what, he did this initial initiative a year and 4 months ago and wanted to take deputies and take them from part-time to part-time regular, okay? In a year and 4 months, this proposal that he's done has cost the county $200,000 forever. Forever. Now, if you want to come up to me and tell me I don't think it's, I can't do my office, or I can't control the people like Dennis Rickard did, or I don't feel it's right for the deputies, then you'd be honest to us. That would be honest. But the facts say there's a $200,000 increase on this proposal in the last 1 year and 4 months. Now that's what I think the public should see. Honest, open government, okay? The sheriff came to my office saying that he's got a cost-saving measure of $38,000. It's just not true at all. I figured it out. I had people double check me, 2 people, okay? One was Jack McMillan. I had 2 people check me, okay? This is smoke and mirrors. It's not true at all. You know, I'm highly insulted by this. If you know, a lot of the people have complained about too many deputies at the front door. I just got a recent proposal where we're going to guard 3 doors. The safety committee said we're going to guard 3 doors. The increase a year and 4 months ago was to guard 2 doors. I don't see any guards at the door. Look, if you need to serve warrants or work with the courts, just come and be honest. Don't play smoke and mirrors. The facts and figures are right here in audited reports. Now, I've got a question for the sheriff. Do you have any data on the fact why you need these people, or did you do an analysis on the hours needed or why you need them? Did you do that at all?
I don't have any printed data.
You what?
I don't have any printed data.
Okay. Well, I mean, my thing is, and I learned this right away when I became commissioner, is everybody wants more people, more money. You know, this is 3 times the growth in his office and 3 times the rate of inflation. Where's that going to end up in 20 years? If you increase your office 8%, that's an 8% increase every year for the last 5 years. If we keep doing this, you know, it increases costs, but are we really giving services? Are we really getting a value for services? That is a question. Now, I don't expect you not to have an increase. We have wage increase, contracts, I expect that. But I feel this is out of hand. I don't want to be lied to when I'm the county commissioner and smoke and mirrors, and I don't think the public should be either. You know, the facts are the facts, And I think if you want increases, just be honest and say where it's coming from. But we cannot sustain, Butler County will be like Allegheny County soon. 8% increases if everybody wanted that, and the facts are right here. If anybody wants to do it, I don't know if they're online. Ben, are these online?
They're online.
They're online? They are online. You can see the facts. It's audited reports, no doubt about it. Thank you very much.
I have a question, just as it relates, because I don't think this was brought up on Monday. Part-time regular positions, of which we're eliminating 4 of them. The benefit, the savings to the county primarily was in the savings of healthcare, because they were limited to single-family coverage. It's my understanding now, under new regulations, that if an employee works an average of more than 30 hours per week, that restriction cannot be in place.
We charge them if they take.
We have to offer,
Yeah.
we have to offer the coverage at their cost. The ACA does not increase our costs.
Okay. So we have to offer to them, but
They-
not
they pay.
subsidize it.
At our rate, which is
Okay.
better than going in the market.
Yes.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay. Those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
No,
I don't believe there was a motion on the floor, was there?
I did.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
I apologize, and I did not hear the second.
I second.
Thank you, I'm sorry.
The motion passes.
Thank you.
Under Register of Wills, the creation of a second deputy part-time from November 4th, 2015 to December 31st, 2015 at $20,362, no benefits and no retirement. This one's yours here.
Before I move, I would like to address Mark's concerns. One of the things that we looked at was I had promoted my second deputy to chief deputy earlier, and because I'm going to be leaving at the end of this year, I didn't think it was fair for me to choose a new second deputy. I thought that should be the new elected official. So we've been trying to limp along all year short-staffed.
So it's just
And
an adding of
it
position.
is not adding a position, and secondly, my chief deputy is going on medical leave for 2 months at the end of the year, which leaves no one other than me to do all the financial signing things. And because of segregation of duties for audit purposes and things, I'm not allowed to receipt monies,
Right.
run the reports, and sign the checks. It's like a one-man operation, and you're not allowed to do that under audit procedures. So in order to have another deputy there, I'm asking the commissioners to approve a temporary part-time second deputy just for the last 2 months of the year to cover that period, so we can have segregation of duties and cover it. The second thing is, or the third thing is, we've saved probably over $60,000 by not filling that position, and I'm proposing to pay for the second deputy part-time myself out of my automation and records fund. So there's a no cost to the taxpayers at all. So it's a win-win for the county.
true savings, yes.
So with that in mind, I would like to move to approve a part-time second deputy, effective immediately so the paperwork can be done, but the start date will not be until after the election, so that we're not interfering with anything there.
Is there a second to Judy's motion?
I'll second it.
Those in favor say
I'd like
aye.
to say this too. I'd like to compliment Judy again for this, and this really means a lot to me. And I'll tell you what, this has hurt me more than anything. Different times I've commented about Judy's travel policy. And I never, look, we're gonna have 2 county commissioners, by all logic, women, okay? Why can't we comment about government expenditures without it being, or me compliment Judy, or me compliment the courts? Why can't we put it out straight and not affix, I think it's really important. I'd like to say this, I had a disagreement with Judy Moser on travel and still do. But it still doesn't mean I don't respect her. And it still doesn't mean, I think her idea here to have this transition, these are highly difficult tasks. And you have to have time and transition to learn them. I commend Judy for not hiring that person. It saved the county a lot of money. And then it's going to make the transition smooth, and I applaud that. So why, I think it's not, I'm very, I don't know what to say about it. When people accuse you of that, it's just straight out what the facts are. Doesn't have anything to do, and I hope we can get over that because there's going to be 2 women county commissioners, and can anybody come up to the podium and comment about them without saying they dislike women? Well, I hope so, because I'm gonna do it after I'm not here. So let's hope we can get past that point. Thank you very much, Judy, for what you've done here, okay?
Those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The motion carries. Thank you. Conference time, John?
Is the sheriff still here?
Yeah,
Yes.
sheriff's back there.
Sheriff, do you have any response to Commissioner Eckstein's accusation of the increase in 41%?
I have no comment on that.
Ben, do you have any, is there truth to that increase?
As far as the well, there's two things. There's the budget and then there's this motion. I'll speak to the motion. If nothing else changes, there should be a $39,000 savings. I would suspect that worst case, even when you factor in benefits, it should probably be basically a revenue neutral, cost neutral proposition. So I would expect, at least in the very near future, for wages in that office to come down based upon this motion. As far as the audited financial statements, the numbers are the numbers, and we show over a 10-year period what the average department has increased on an annualized basis.
Thank you.
Kayla?
Nope, no further questions.
Is there a motion to adjourn? I'll move. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Meeting's adjourned.